All right, late night streams. What they trying to be? Anyways, what's up, y'all? It shows most death modes. Chris, back in that video. CJ the champ. Invincible. Beat down by brutal. What's going on with that, bro? What's going on with that? All I know, and I ain't watched the video. I saw some clips. I know he beat dude right here. What's the dude name was? Start with the C. Krampus, whatever the dude name is. But in general. But if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe for a lot of social media. It's gonna pop on the screen. I appreciate everybody been liking, the video that I posted about the little Rakai situation. That we tired of seeing that and stuff about people just want to copy the same slop and all that. That mug got 300 and something views. Oh my god, y'all keep running that up. Run the other videos up too. Run all the videos up. Double digits. They need to be double digits by the end of this week. A nigga birthday is Sunday, man. Show y'all on the community post. I will post on the community post. Go ahead and be able to watch it. I know somebody had commented. Shout out to the dude who commented, the DJ dude who commented. Yeah, I'm finishing watch number 2 of that Mr. Beast part. Probably Thursday, Friday ish. Give me about Thursday, Friday ish to get to that point. I got other videos to do real quick that I already got on the like list. But yeah, give me about Thursday, Friday ish to go ahead and drop that for you. You probably gonna watch it, and a lot of other people. And yeah. What else I was about to say? Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. You know, we're on the road to 500. We really halfway there to 500, y'all. But real talk. And y'all know when we go up to 500, we're gonna be on the road to 600, 700, 800, 900. Shoot, eventually we're gonna hit 1,000. Who knows? You know. Get off love and game with the funny comments. Somebody said my camp reminded me of 2000. They took a trip back in 2012. That's crazy. But let's get.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So it has come to my attention that has had some pretty brutal beatdowns. Like, I'm talking blood all over the screen and guts literally getting dug out of. So since we are basically at the halfway point of this season, and at the halfway point till we do the first trial of the crispiest Viltrumite in the galaxy, today we're gonna go through some of these brutal beatdowns that have basically broke the internet. So without further ado,
the most beat.
Alright, so the first ass whooping we're gonna be breaking down is young Omni-Man getting jumped by his parents. Now this right here basically confirmed to everyone, if you didn't think so already, that being born a Viltrumite is probably the worst fate you could ever ask for. Cause this is without a doubt one of the craziest societies of all time. Like, we already knew that these crazy ass niggas had a whole great purge and half of their population was wiped out because of it. But now we learned that the kids weren't even safe. And to become a fully grown adult, you had to survive getting jumped by your parents. Now, let's take a look at this scene. Young Omni-Man.
So why does, like, low key they does that? They train them for the week they die, and if they're stronger, they stay alive. I don't know, son, but it's a new season now. You know, there's always some new stuff like anime. Somehow, some way, anime always got you wondering why they put this in the plot. Do not know, and do not know why. And every single time, why do I see, man, y'all gotta start, man, get a black dude, bro. Anytime they got a black character, please go get you a black animator, bro. Cause ain't no way this dude hairline should be like this, bro. Yo, bro, this dude got, bro, this stuff is swerving. Like, nah, bro. Man, you just gave that man the military cut right here. How the girls look way better than the dudes? Like, you just messed up, bro, whole career. Yeah, I'd be mad too. Messed up hairline.
aka Nolan, was basically teaching a class to these kids about the history of Viltrum, and he decided to ask this little girl a question about the Great Purge. So she started stuttering and didn't know what to say. So this man Nolan walked up to her and put his hand on her head and said, "Think wisely about your answer, little nigga. You know what happens when you get one question wrong."
Remember, out of all the characters, she wanna pick the black one. See how that go though? They had all the other kids and you wanna pick the black kid. Nah, pick the other kids. Man, like nah. You wanna ask her that question, then boom, boom, boom. But you ain't ask him a question, you ain't ask her. She looks scared as hell. Like, nah, bro. Yeah, I'd be scared too. You think I'm supposed to know about the one? I'm 6, 7 years old. I should be in school right now.
Question about the Great Purge. So she started stuttering and didn't know what her head and said, "Think wisely about your answer, little nigga. You know what happens when you get one question wrong, right?" And he was dead ass about to crush her head into smithereens. And you would think that the other kids would be scared for her, but no. They were side-eyeing the hell out of her like, "You best not get that question wrong, bitch, or you're going split gap." So thank God she locked.
Nah, that's crazy, bro. Low key, I ain't gonna hold you. That is messed up. It's a doggy world out here.
Didn't got the question right. But then I ain't gonna lie, this is the craziest part. Before he dismissed class, he told them, "Go find food and shelter if you can, and return here at sunrise ready for combat. Oh, and I almost forgot. At least 2 of you little niggas will die tomorrow. So you best come locked in."
No, I gotta have that on my soundboard. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. When I start streaming, I got to have that on my soundboard. Bro, what the...
At least 2 of you little niggas will die tomorrow.
I do like that, but let me hold on, saying. But ain't no way saying. Might be out fun against is the 2 black kids get packed up. Nah, I'm gonna be heated. I'm gonna click out the video, go to sleep. I am for real.
So you best come locked in or it's your ass. And then they just going with it like, "Sir, yes, sir." Like, dog, this is without a doubt the worst society to ever be born in. They don't even provide.
Anybody ever try to escape and like leave there or something like that? I just want to know.
They own kids with food and a bed. They gotta find it themselves. The Viltrumites really said, "We don't do that weak ass child support shit. The child can support themselves." So right after Nolan was done teaching his class, both of his parents pulled up on him and straight up looked at him like, "Yeah, you know what today is, young blood? It's your birthday, AKA initiation day, little nigga." So they full on bum rush Nolan and start beating the shit out of him. And bro, you could easily tell that out of both of the parents that this man's mama didn't have an ounce of love for him the way she was doing him. She straight up sliced him in the chest.
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna hold you, saying. I couldn't just see myself. If I was in this position, just can't see myself whooping my parents, saying. Unless, there's some deadbeat parents. That's just some different story. There were some deadbeat parents and they just came out of nowhere. Then I okay. Throw them, like, let's get it up, like, it's about time for, you deadbeat, you ain't been in my life for like 18 years? Okay, both of y'all, run it up, squabble up, like Kendrick Lamar said. But, nah, bro, I couldn't see myself just fighting. I'd be just the flocking, pushing and defending and moving out the way, bro. But so they low-key do be making edits about this, though, too.
And ran her knee into this man's face.
You know what? Never mind. I'll take that back, low-key. Soon as you just start hitting somebody's knees, face, and all the way to the nose, I ain't lying to you. It's about time for me to lock in and straight throw hands. At this point, you just took it too far.
This wasn't even her nastiest shot. She basically charged up this one punch all the way from the ground and put her whole body into it, making him cough up blood. Then while he was stunned and basically out of it, both his mom and his dad just start running his ass down. Nolan could not move. This nigga was stuck in a Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Infinite Death combo. Then his dad grabbed his head and gave him just a nasty headbutt. And that headbutt ended up leading to a black eye in a
Oof, I don't know, son. I ain't never thought about headbutting people. All the time I always see that in movies that people headbutt. I know that head be hurt.
A broken nose. So while Nolan looked like he was already on half HP, the mama just stared at him and was like, nah, nigga, this ain't enough, and decided to dash in and piece him up some more. Now, while Nolan was getting pieced up by his mama, he was finally able to fight back after having to stomp the ground and kick a stone into his mama's eye, then giving her a well-deserved right hook for being a deadbeat mom. But I want y'all to watch the daddy real quick.
So she a daddy? Oh, why he going easy? Like, there's nothing to say that. Once you're a deadbeat, you nothing to me. On God.
The mom was flying back. The dad just slaps her to the side like a...
Wow. Nah, bro. Yo, bro. What Invincible got going on in this mug, bro? Ain't no way, son. That's supposed to be your wife. And this dude just backhand slammer and just say, you get on the ground. It's me and my son one-on-one fight with this one.
Fly.
Nah,
these niggas
bro.
don't even care about their spouses. They just think everyone is just a sack of meat. I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't even married. They probably just decided to have a baby to fill the quota, and that's that. So Nolan rushes his dad down and throws a fist into his hand and starts to choke him. And it looks like the dad was pleased and was ready to end his initiation. But the mama came back and threw him into the stairs. And right when this happened, I knew she was coming back to collect that receipt for her eye getting messed up and also taking out her anger for the daddy slapping her ass to the side. So she starts stomping his face in, and when she got tired of stomping him out, she just started grounding, pounding, and wailing on him. Like, look at this dude, bro. He is done. This fight should be over. He's clearly had enough. But the mom just continued to beat the ever-living crap out of him until the dad finally came over and told her, enough, shorty. He's had enough. And this is how you could tell that she really hated Nolan and his dad. Because after she beat the hell out of him, she straight up told them,
"You're as pathetic as he is. I hope to never see either of you again."
Man, see, bro, you lucky this YouTube and I need my clips in. Because the words I wanted to say, I'd be like, yeah, but I ain't gonna say it though, you know? Now, this was somewhere on YouTube let me say what I had to say. I would have been somewhere, yeah. You know, but you got it. This time, you got it. Like how your mama be arguing at you over some stupid shit. You got it.
Not gonna lie, if I heard my own mother say this after she just finished stomping me out and beat me down to 1 HP on my birthday, I'ma be so real, I might just end it all. Cause I'd be sick to my damn stomach. Now I know why Nolan beat Mark's ass like that in season 1. Because if this was a parenting he was experiencing, then no wonder his parenting skills were ass.
If he knew he was getting trauma and getting whooped, why would he just embrace that on his son? Like, why would he do that? And now he looking like this after post-nut clarity. Like, no, don't look bad. Yeah, your mama did the same thing to you. You supposed to change. It's supposed to be generation change. But you ain't changed it at all. Nope. Like, come on now.
And this just reaffirmed to me again that being born a Viltrumite is in all honesty a fate worse than death. Brutality. Alright, now that was our appetizer. Now it's time for the main event. The Conquest versus Mark rematch. Ooh. Now this right here is without a doubt the most brutal fight we've seen yet. This fight actually had me so disgusted by the end of it that I had to look away. Because I made the horrible mistake of eating my dinner while watching this. And I will probably never eat watching Invincible ever again because of this. So Satan's greatest soldier, Conquest, pulled back up to run the ones with Mark again. And you know, I gotta give a shout out to Cecil real quick for being the biggest dumbass of the century. Because we would not be getting this rematch if bro just did his job and disposed of the body like he should have. Like, you really thought this little ass cage was gonna hold this nigga? Like, holy shit, man. This is the most incompetent motherfucker in this damn series, bro. How did this guy get this job again? Like, honest question. Anyways, bro. So the first person to attack Conquest was the biggest liability on the team, Oliver. So he flew up and immediately got a backhand to the face. That hit was probably so hard it probably gave Oliver PTSD from when Conquest dribbled him like a basketball. So Oliver tried to come in and hit him again. again with a barrage of fast punches, but all this was doing was giving Conquest a massage. Nigga was doing the same shit Naoya was doing to Maki, just throwing pillows at him. So Conquest grabs Oliver by the head and tells him,
"Oh, I remember you. You're the little purple squirt from before. Last I remembered, I was trying to rip your guts out. So let's continue from where we were last time, shall we?"
So Conquest starts to crush Oliver's head, and he's about to pop his head like a balloon. But J. Jonah Jameson himself comes in to save his sorry-ass son from getting his head crushed. So Omni-Man and Conquest started to box for a bit. But this nigga Mark immediately flew in and said,
that boy Mark said, "Yeah, this is my one. Get back." He whooped me in my seat. I'm about to whoop him in space. That's how that's how the line should have been. See, if this was wrote by a black person, that should have been a line what I just said. Nah, bro.
And hands off, Dad. This fate is mine's and mine's alone.
Exactly.
So Conquest looked at Mark and said,
"Hey, kid, how's your girlfriend? She doing all right? Ooh, I can't wait to taste her fine ass blood one more time."
So the moment Mark heard Conquest talking about Eve, he just straight up flew directly at him and started viciously putting hands on this old nigga. Then he started to rain down multiple 6 to 12 elbows right into this man's face. Now while they continued to box, Oliver was running out of air because he wasn't used to holding his breath in space yet. So he had to fly down to the planet that they were close to so he could re-up on some oxygen. So Conquest saw Oliver flying down and told Mark,
"Oh no, we can't let little purple squirt miss all the fun now, can we?"
So Conquest gives Mark a nasty blow to the gut, then flies down to the planet to chase down Oliver. And this is where we see one of the most diabolical "he's behind me, isn't he" frames of all time. Conquest pulled up right behind Oliver.
Nah, bro. I ain't no way, son. Yo, Conquest, what did dude did to you, son? Like, you should be fighting Mark. Ain't no way you fighting this little dude like that, bro. Nah, bro.
Hand cocked back and everything, looking like he's about to swat the half cockroach out of Oliver's soul. But Mark comes in to save Oliver right before he gets chased down, blocked by Conquest. So Mark's grand plan was to basically choke the life out of Conquest. This nigga was not gonna let go of the chokehold he had him in for the rest of the fight. He was fully committed to choking his ass out. So since Mark wouldn't let go, Conquest just started giving Mark multiple body shots. Bro was taking about 50 punches to his liver and 50 punches to his kidneys, while they were just flying around the planet and ragdolling themselves into the environment. So when they ended up slamming into the ground, Mark had the top mount, and it looked like he was trying to crush Conquest's neck and drive his whole body into the ground. But then Conquest lifted Mark up and slammed him into the ground, reversing the whole situation. So Conquest started giving Mark more kidney shots and liver shots. Then he started decking him in the face and
I'm gonna say this. Boy, you gotta be a strong individual to hold on in a chokehold while somebody is punching you constantly on the side. Cause ain't no way I would have let go. Soon as that fifth hit to the right here to that right, ooh.
Bouncing his skull off the ground. But Mark was still hanging on to Conquest's neck while taking this beating. Like I said earlier, this nigga Mark was committed to choking the life out of Conquest's old ass. So Conquest picked up Mark and rammed him into this mountain. And he started to wail on Mark, just swinging punches into him over and over again. And I ain't gonna lie, this next sequence of punches Conquest did gave me back pain while watching this. He hit him with this 3-piece, and the last punch was so hard it warped his back. This man's rib cage just got eviscerated, and he may never walk straight ever again because it looks like his spine just got snapped in half right here. So they kept on ramming each other into all the surrounding rocks and mountains. And when they finally stopped, you can actually see the damage that Mark has done to Conquest because his face was now discolored and his eyes were bloodshot red because he hasn't been able to breathe at all because of Mark's persistent ass chokehold. Now this is when the fight just got nasty as hell, and the brutality just ramped up to another degree. Conquest had his nasty ass hand all up in Mark's face, so Mark turned damn near feral.
As he should just bite it off.
and bit this man's thumb off. And then after he bit his thumb off, he stood Conquest up, and you get this shot from Conquest's POV. You see this nigga Mark straight up spit his thumb out while making eye contact with him the whole time. He didn't even say a word, but you could tell what he was thinking just by the look he was giving him. Just straight up, I hate you nigga, let's die. So since Conquest was being pushed back, he had to use his ultimate move. The same one that sent Eve back to the lobby before she respawned. He rams his whole hand into Mark's body. Now, this attack would probably end about 99.9% of people if they were hit by this. But Mark, being the main character and powering through this shit with the power of plot armor, kept on choking Conquest. Pause and look at Conquest's face right now. This man is actually stunned. You can actually see a little bit of fear on his face because he is now starting to realize that Mark actually got that dog in him. So Mark slams him down and continues to choke the life out of Conquest. Now, we're at the moment where I had to stop eating my dinner while watching this because this was the most disturbing and disgusting shit I think I've ever seen in an animated show. Conquest started to dig in this man's insides and rip out all of his internal organs and intestines. Now, I'm censoring the hell out of this because YouTube would eviscerate this video and send it to the Shadow Realm if I actually showed this. Also, if you're eating while watching this, I'm saving your ass right now because you could have ended up like me. My appetite was cooked after this and I did not hit my protein goals that day. My gains were not achieved because of this shit. But this goes on for like a solid minute. Mark was just screaming in pain while Conquest was running out of air and trying to dig Mark's insides out. But finally, after what felt like ages, the lights finally go out for Conquest, and Mark slayed Satan's greatest soldier for a second time. Now, I gotta stand up and give Mark his flowers here, because I won't lie, I give this man a hard time due to him getting his ass whooped and being left in critical condition. And
Yep, facts. You know, you need to go ahead and run it back with this dude too. Not gonna hold you, choke him out, cut his head off, have him. You know how Kratos had that little dude as a headstand. Low key, have him as a headstand. Low key, and tell your kid that you would him and oh dude.
Nearly 80 to 90% of his fights. But right here, I'll admit that Mark got that dog in him because this was his best performance yet, even though he's in critical condition again. But I just know one thing for sure. When they get back to Earth, Cecil's ass better be getting stomped out because you're not about to get away with this shit, nigga. Oh, no, bro.
Brutality.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, will be the end of our little brutal beatdown special. And if you are one...
Yep, all right. That was CJ the Champ. Y'all see y'all when I see y'all. Lay y'all to the bottom of my heart, and I'm out. On the road to 500, and I'm out.